Hi, my name is Saran Mishra. I am the editor-in-chief of The Exponent, and today we have a very special guest for you today. Adam Dean, ex-vice president candidate for the Purdue Student Government, also a brother at Alpha Phi Alpha Inc. He's a senior
Yes, sir.
in College of Engineering.
Yes,
Adam,
sir.
thank you for being here.
No problem. Thank
He's
you
one of
for
our
having me.
favorites, Adam Dean. Students that have been voting, that number has declined since 2012.
Definitely.
Is that something that you and Casey Nice, your running mate, is that something you guys were worried about?
Uh, I wouldn't say worried about. I think me and Casey took that more as a challenge, because as if you remember, me and Casey we were wanting to be a different kind of running mate.
Sure.
We were more of a group team rather than you got the president and the vice president that follows along with the president. But what we wanted to do was be equally matched, equally paced, so that we could basically speak up for those that didn't really have a voice in PSG prior to us. So we wanted to be the new, more of a newcomer. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, and our audience members are most likely aware. Nice and Dean ran a hell of a campaign last year around.
We tried our best.
And we all know that politics is tribal.
True.
Did you ever notice trends among student voters?
Trends among student voters.
In the sense of, would some students vote against their own interest or some of the platforms that appeal to them just so they could vote for their friends?
That's a great question. I would say, as far as voting for friends and as far as voting for issues, I feel like as far as issues go, when the issues directly affect the people in that group. So, for instance, we wanted to go for the Asian Cultural Center. So I believe that the Asians voted more for us, Asian population voted more for us because we were going for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that exactly answers your questions, but in a sense, that's what I kind of interpret it as, is would they vote for the issues over than more of their friends?
Sure, I mean, but there's still this aura of cynicism when it comes to
Definitely.
student government, just voting
Definitely.
for your, because people don't understand, I guess, the importance of it sometimes.
Very true.
And do you think that sometimes student government elections are seen as a popularity contest?
I definitely, in a sense, that is definitely what the Purdue student government elections has turned into, and something that me and Casey wanted to get away from. That's why we hadn't ever been a part of PSG before.
Okay.
Because of just how PSG was like business as usual. PSG was stagnant. It wasn't not trying to rip PSG apart because the presidents that came before, like Joe Rust and Brett Holly, they had some great administrations.
Sure.
Things that started things like One Purdue. One Purdue was great to kind of cultivate the campus and bring it together more. So I definitely want to give credit where credit is due. But there were certain things that were missed where people who needed a voice in the Purdue student government were not getting it. So that is something that I definitely could see that if you were not a part of PSG, it's hard for you to actually get a leg up to be the next person to lead PSG. So I feel as though I wouldn't say a popularity contest, but it's almost it's not about it's not about what you know, it's who you know.
So it's in-house more. So there's a favoritism, maybe not a favoritism shown, but more of a you have a leg up if you're already part of the student government rather than if you're someone else, from the outside coming in.
Exactly.
Do you think we lose some voters in that sense?
I definitely think we lose some voters in that sense because
they feel like they're not counted for.
Exactly. People get turned off by just not being business as usual. People get turned off by automated systems. Like,
sure.
If you don't show them any interest in them, why should they show interest in you? So